Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Thriller, it's Thriller night. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
yeah, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about North versus Astralis, because this one, for some reason, Chad, had to go the entire distance.
Overtime, mate, and there was plays galore in that one. I thought it was all over the first half. AZ and Gabe putting up some absolute fantastic rounds. There was that round where Gade actually snuck through spawn. So many rounds to go over.
Let's go over one in particular, and let's kick you out there to do it.
Well, straight on over there.
Why don't you just moonwalk your way over there, Chad?
I can't moonwalk. I'm not Michael Jackson, but we're going to go to the stand-up, and I've got a hook now, so I'm going to be able to point a little bit better as we're over here at this bad boy. Now, this was something that I want to talk about that the team from Denmark did, Trace.
Okay.
Both of them were for Denmark, so I don't know if you guys know. It's a trick question. Anyway, it's Astralis, and it's the way they did a late banana kind of bit of an aggression here. Now, we're going to start this bad boy up momentarily. I just want to talk about quickly Device's position. He's close middle with the AWP and only has one player with him over towards his A bomb site, which is Magic's boy. He's stopping any early aggression over towards apps. He's just caretaker of that part of the map. Device with the AWP is a presence, so they're not going to rush him down, right? They're going to be scared of that. They're going to have to use utility if they want to fight him. So we're going to start playing it out. He's going to find a nice little pick onto Valde, which scares them going straight over towards the B bomb site. Now, let's just pause for a second here. Normally, teams will have gone for banana aggression and, you know, taken full control, used all their utility. As you can note right here, if we have a little look, there's still utility on Glaive, there's still utility on the likes of Zipnix, and they're going to re-aggress on banana. And you can see right here, there's quite a few members from North about to head that direction. So let's play it out now. So this is like, it's not mid-round, but it's not off the bat. So this is what's unusual about it, is they're doing it in transition. They're actually now, once the utility's been used, they realize that banana aggression is being taken, and they're going to re-aggress with some of their own. Zipnix spots them out. Now we're about to see, as their utility fades, the utility come in, and there it is, the 2 Molotov kills on Glaive. And we're going to get a replay from a different angle coming on in as this round concludes, but you're going to see what happens, all the chaos that ensues here. So we're about to grab that one right here. So you can see this, that flash comes in, they've got nowhere to run, the pick is coming out at the same time from behind the car, and they have no choice but to die in that Molotov. And a fantastic round there from Astralis, Trace.
Really well constructed, and moreover, you can take a look at some numbers here. We're going to run them right by you. Zipnix and Valde. And this was a toe-to-toe battle, neck and neck, all the way through to the end.
Valde in overtime really came alive, right? You saw that guy putting up massive numbers. Matt touched on it throughout the cast. They were able to get, he was able to get 8 kills within 2 rounds, one of which being from an ace, which was fantastic. But Dupree, he kick-started Astralis' way back with that ace, that 1-on-4 situation. I think if this one you want to watch highlights, it's a definite game for individual performances, as well as cool moves. We can't move away from that. On the CT side, to even get North to the position of being in overtime, they were making moves as a unit, and they were uncharacteristic, right? Unorthodox moves. It's not that they're bad, they are gambles in a way, but they were doing it as a unit. There was like lots of presence towards mid-wall, they were playing off each other, lots of jiggle peeking, lots of presence over towards apps, and those were the key rounds which got them across the line in the end. It wasn't just locking it down and playing, you know, the standard 1 over towards arch side, 1 towards quad side, 1 apps. They were actually playing off each other very well and shutting Astralis down as a unit.
And the next unit that we're going to be bringing into the fold here will be that of our commentators. And my God, you guys look like you've just been beat up.
Love the dancing, by the way.
Yeah, you like that?
That was lovely.
You didn't mind
I'm
that?
really glad you guys took like 20 years to come up with that.
We've been the whole night. We've actually been going over it.
Somebody else came up with it, so...
That's from Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, so it's the exact dance move you used in the video.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can see that now. Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah,
Did you do a moonwalk or?
That's what he started with.
You must have.
that was
Did
a
you
moonwalk.
watch it? Did you watch?
I didn't see a moonwalk.
Okay, that's enough of that.
So I couldn't find it. I was on Facebook. Okay.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's talk about Overpass, because that one's sure to hit close to home. Chad, tell us about this last map of the night.
This one should be an absolute pantsing. North have hardly played this as a team. They haven't really had too much. It's statistically their worst map, right? They haven't played it a lot, so I think the Astralis is going to come out and just absolutely shatter them here.
Shatter them.
Shatter.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I've cast a lot of North recently.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of Overpass
They don't
yet.
play it a
They've
lot.
played a lot of Mirage, a lot of Inferno.
Lots of Train.
Some Train as well. I've never seen any Overpass. With Cadian just coming in, Gage is joining.
Yep.
I don't think they'll be ready for a Astralis.
Yeah, and you have to think about all those individual plays they even needed just to win Inferno, right? Like, you're not going to have the same liberties on Overpass with being more spread out. And it's a map that Astralis, you know, it's their probably one of their top 2 maps. So.
I mean, Gade got a lot of individual plays. I'm going to kind of interrupt, though, and say that in the second half, that's what Astralis needed. If you look at Dupree getting the ace and whatnot, like, I think that kind of went both ways. I don't think either team looked amazing.
Valde in the end is in overtime as well. You touched on it.
Yeah,
he had 8 kills. But the thing is, there was a lot of individual plays, but that's what makes the game cool in a way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Astralis didn't look as well-rounded as what we've been seeing from them usually, but it is online Counter-Strike. We do expect them to play a little bit looser, take a few more risks.
So loose that we're even having a little bit of a delay here.
Oh, nice.
You like that one, don't you? So, before we go any further, I have to ask you guys, who's really going to be walking away with this? Because we thought Astralis would have the first one in the bag.
I have a better question. Can we go down the line?
Okay, thanks, bro. I have a better question.
I wanted everyone to do their best cowboy accent for Trace.
Why?
Well, he kind of got a bit of an advantage, hasn't he?
No, I'm not a cowboy from Alabama. My God.
We're producing our accent
Look
for
the
him.
part, if you ask me.
We're only going to
My Sunday wear, okay? So please.
Sunday wear.
Let's hear what you got, Henry. Southern accent. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
That's
Is that you just say the
Why
one
don't you,
typical
it's your
word you could
challenge.
say?
Why don't you start it off, and I'll kind of go from there.
I thought as the driver of this ship, I would get to go last.
All right.
I thought I was the driver. That was literally the
Give us
only
the
job I
accent.
had.
No, I think I'm Frank Sinatra, and you guys are the Rat Pack. So
I'm a bit
let's
of a
go
rat.
ahead and get
I'm
that Southern sort of draw
Dean
from
Martin.
you. Right. Moving on.
Should we just...
Howdy, y'all.
Martin.
That's
There we go.
Howdy, y'all.
Somebody's got the kahunas. What do you got?
I've got nothing, bro.
He
I've got
concedes.
nothing for you. If you're waiting on me to save this broadcast, I can't
No
do
one's
it.
going to save this broadcast. In fact, it was doomed by the time you guys walked in the door and put your headsets on. But we are still waiting to get in the game, and it's going to be the players of North who are taking their
What was the original
sweet
question?
time.
He was asking about the Overpass game.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, right.
because
Was
we
that
thought Inferno would be more of a landslide.
I think-
Obviously, we had to go all the rounds.
I think
All
Astralis
the rounds.
are on a 6-game winning streak on this map on and offline. And I think if you look on 4 of those 6 wins, Zipnix is the highest
Is
rated
there
player.
any map that they've lost back-to-back? Like, okay, look, I can't say losing because they just lost on Inferno Hall 1 map.
Yeah.
Is there anything that they've lost back-to-back on yet? I don't think there's any map that they're on a losing streak.
Maybe because of online Counter-Strike, they're pretty good in ECS right now, right? I don't think they've dropped many games at all over there.
0 games.
Yeah, so probably if it was going to be a map, it might be Inferno.
When was the last time Astralis lost it back-to-back anyway?
Bloody hell, I'd really have to dig into the archives. You know, we do ask Peter.
From HLTV.
There he is.
Peter, not to be confused with PETA of
NIP.
Yeah.
But he probably knows his stats too.
Yeah, I'd say there's a chance he does.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
if
he
not,
does.
there's always, what is it, Shadow
But-
GG or whatever it is?
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was just thinking, it's curious though that Zipnix would be the highest rated player. And another thing to note is because this is normally the pick of Astralis, they tend to start on the T side, which means they're putting up like massive hauls because they're winning games like 16-4, 16-5, that kind of stuff. So that just shows how proficient their T side is.
proficiency at best. And I guess, Henry, something funny about that? Or? These
am I
guys are
even
just a bunch of giggle boxes. I don't know what to do
All
with this
right,
crew.
you do know what you're doing.
Let's
he's
lasso it in.
he's trying to put me off, Chad.
Let's-
He's doing something behind the laptop.
Let's lasso it in, guys. Let's
I
bring it
work with a
all
bunch
in.
of 12-year-olds, I swear to God.
And we're still waiting on these same players
What do you
just
think-
down the road at the Royal Arena.
What
Do you want me to drive over there and get them?
Yeah.
that?
I
What
got a
do you think they're
bicycle.
doing?
Me too.
I'm probably taking their sweet time socializing outside.
What if they got lost?
I don't think they would. They know exactly where they are right now.
They are two
Home
Danish
city.
teams. Not going to say that they should know. They should know. Anyway, I've been told that there's roughly 90 seconds, give or take.
What would you do for 90 seconds
About
then?
5 minutes. I think your best impression of anything, maybe impression of this pumpkin right here.
I can think of something. I'm usually done in 90 seconds.
Right.
A lap time? Isn't that good
Lap
for a
time.
lap
Yeah, it
time?
depends on the lap.
There we go.
It's 71 seconds at my track.
Okay. that's
Or
pretty
actually,
good.
it's 70.9 on slicks, I've discovered.
Speaking of slicks, you told me an interesting stat earlier about how much those things cost.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
$600 a tire. They last me about 35 laps.
And how many laps do you run in a normal race day?
Upwards of 150.
Well,
My God. Well,
on that bombshell.
on that bombshell, still
Racing,
waiting
great,
ever so
great
patiently.
thing to spend money on.
Guys, let's
My accountant loves
kind of change up the dynamic here altogether. You're going to be here in Copenhagen all weekend. What are you most looking forward to? Because I'm going to LA. Screw you guys. I'm out. See ya.
Sticks and sushi.
right.
I want to see if anyone can take down Astralis on the home turf. I think that'd be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be Astralis on the grand final, absolutely. But who out of the 6 teams there can take them? No, the 5 other teams can take them down.
Na'Vi?
FaZe don't look that convincing right now. Na'Vi, I don't know. They're always going to be dangerous, but I don't think they'll be in the final.
Well, how about this? You guys do whatever it is that you do in here by yourselves, and we'll just let you take it from here.
Can we turn the lights back off?
Chad, put the hook down. I'll put the pistol down, and we'll let you guys get into Overpass. The last map of the night, of course, for the second day, match day number 12. Please steer the ship, Henry Greer.
That was your job, but I will take over, swing it right back down.
That's a lighthouse. Don't turn it on.
It's going to be Overpass to close things out here. Ladies and gents, we have one more day of play for you coming tomorrow. It won't be as abstract, I don't think. We don't have any...
Yeah, we'll be professional, we swear.
Yes.
We'll be back on track tomorrow.
We'll see whether we can hold it together then. It's Halloween. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves coming up to... Oh, it's past 11 o'clock. We're burning the midnight oil. We'll see if this is going to be anything to write home about.
Well, we'll see if it will. As it's... Astralis and North, second map of the evening, second series of the evening, if you want to call it that. They're not really series, but you know what we mean.
2 separate seasons.
Yeah, best of ones. Someday we'll come up with a more efficient way of saying that. A double header. A home and home. Quite literally, they're both from Denmark. That works. Device off the bench. Didn't quite make it. Jumped around the corner nonetheless. Found Katie, and he takes him down with the Glock. He'll switch that over naturally, as everyone would do, because let's face it, the Glock sucks. So, with that said, it's now a 5-on-4. Watch the damage done to AZ.
Watch and learn, boys, as Valda and Kiabi will use their USPs in emphatic fashion here, and it's going to be another exciting pistol. These are always so good to watch between these two teams. Plenty of well-versed pistol users. Valda has been exceptional the last few games. The Device lines a couple of them up, and I thought there was a chance there, but not meant to be. North take the pistol. You're just joining us. They just won out in overtime on Inferno. Final map of the evening now. Astralis will have the option to buy here. I doubt they'll go for that with no plant. They're just going to bring out the AKs in the third. So, a bit of a uneventful prospect here. We'll see whether they can get a couple of kills. That's normally what we look for. If a bomb goes down, that's a massive victory. It's almost a round victory, all things considered.
Zipix making his way downtown. Driving around. Acting fast and something. Ooh, they almost got into it. That's a great song, by the way.
Which one?
That Vanessa Carlton song. Making my way downtown. I don't know the whole... That's a great song.
I don't know well enough to comment.
Oh, come on.
I think I know it. But...
The GTA 5 mod where the guy's driving a piano, literally.
Yeah.
So good. What a classic. AZ. He's looking for a classic. Volta's going to beat him to it. He's got Zipix. Not bad considering the positioning. He pushed out through Monster. They now know that the remaining players for Astralis have to be on the A side of the map. There's nowhere else they could be, in fact. So Glaive will head that direction, and they'll get confronted by Kierby. Gade, Kierby again, and likely somebody else on the north side any second now. As Volta gets the final kill. It's 2-0 for North. Break those windows, boys.
We'll break the bank of Astralis. Another clean sweep. Device will have the AK, got 2 kills on the first pistol, of course. It will be a bit of extra cash for him. He'll get the smoke. Flashbang and a cheeky decoy as well. Decoy, I think, is something that's a bit underrated. I never see pros buy them, even like the dying last round of a $50 spare, don't even get it.
You might as well use it for something.
Might as well use it like this, just to bait out a reaction. You turn around the corner, you drop a decoy there. I feel like it's underutilized. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's something that maybe should be considered a bit more.
I still think they're really cool. One of the really cool uses of them is to fake an eco round. Drop your primary, toss like one of them in one area where it seems like you'd spam a smoke or something with the pistol, and then pick up back up your gun.
That's a really avant-garde strategy, isn't it? If you had a full buy, you don't buy a flashbang, you all buy decoys, and then you throw them all towards like...
It definitely is like one of those it could definitely... Come on. I mean, maybe at the pro level they're going to be smart enough not to be baited in, but I could name a million people I play with that would totally be baited in.
Oh no, it's definitely viable. It's an interesting idea, but not one we just haven't seen before. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty much my point, is that they're underutilized. There's definitely interesting things that can be done with them that we potentially haven't seen. And the game is getting to a point where we're only just unearthing HE grenades and their potential in 2018. The game's been out since 2011. You know, like it wasn't until this year we realized, wow, HEs can actually be super powerful if you use them properly.
Yeah, I think it's more established. Yeah, I think there's a million things. It could be laziness. It could be lack of time, lack of creativity. It could also be that people are finally playing into a meta that's somewhat not predictable, but they understand everyone, so they can now counter it with nades. Certainly, as maps change, dynamics change. There's lots of reasoning. I would love to hear some thought on that in a podcast, perhaps facilitated by Fallen. Straight Why not?
Why not?
Kirby's going to get Device. Astralis have the bomb down. They're left in a 3-on-1 against just Kirby. So that should mean now that Astralis will pick up their first round. We'll go 2-1, the new standard score, perhaps. I'm excited to see how that plays out over time. Dupree will confirm the final kill, and AK picked back up. Not a lot of money on the CT side, as is the case now with this early buy. It almost breaks them down sooner.
Yeah, it's a good point. If you get the 3-0 now, it's actually proper legit 3-0. It's a difficult one to get. It's not like a lock-in anymore. It's not like, wow, we just need to win that first, second round and then we've got through it. If you get a 3-0, you've actually done a very good job and called it perfectly. So I think that's a cool little addition. We'll all see Astralis now. AK-47s, of course, up against the mishmash buy of North. They have a North, and FAMAS has just been removed. That's Gade giving it up. Valda, who's been so good in this game so far, he'll get maybe a double kill here. Not quite. Mages will take him down before he gets a chance. Kiabi, though, so many great flanks coming into the fray. He'll not commit, though, towards short. He's just holding up and does spot the trajectory of that grenade. That's a kill for Kiabi. Takes down Mages. Again, the B-bomb site is open, but they are aware of his presence towards short. That was the decoy, I believe, being thrown around the corner. So that's what we were talking about. I threw it in just to suggest there was a flashbang. Device trying to guarantee the kill. He doesn't need to be the one who gets it. Oh, that's an overcommitment, considering his teammates were right there. They should still win the round, but if they don't, that could be why. Cadian, no nades. He has got basic Kevlar. And his teammates will watch on as he holds them towards the B side. Unfortunately for him, Zipix and Glaive nowhere to be seen, almost guaranteeing their second round on the board at this point. As you can see, A side completely open. Cadian has taken a bit of a gamble here. The train goes by, and maybe so the hopes of this round.
Sadly, that's what it could amount to. Cadian is going to have to just concede, I think, with the AWP. He's trying to figure out how to do so silently. Silent Night, good Christmas song.
Yeah.
Silent Night, holy night. Someday you're going to sing with me, Henry. I know it. You're just going to bust into song. We're going to have a flash mob.
Maybe. We'll see how the rest of the year goes.
Rest of the year?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I won't get my hopes up. It's 2018, after all. Nothing goes well, and you'll be offended by something before it's over.
Everyone said about 2017 as well. Everyone said that was the worst year ever.
So 2017 was a great year for me.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about you specifically.
Well, it is all about me, so yeah, we are. Like, come on, man.
But there it is. Cadian will survive with the AWP. I think one of the Astralis players went down towards the end, so they need to bring one player over. Will make things a little bit problematic. But, unfortunately, not really a buy available for North here, so it won't be a massive talking point. Cadian with the AWP here. Have to go aggressive. At the very start, if he gets nothing, go and turtle on the bomb site around your teammates. Oh, 3 grenades, all of them land. Just as we talk about the significance of the HE, they couldn't find a more prime target at that point. Look at the response. They get the HE kill. They then Molotov the orb, just to guarantee the CTs can't pick it up. They'll presumably throw that out of the map, or at least an AK out, and then pick up the orb for Device. We'll see if that rings true.
Rings through or rings for you? Device still waiting to see if they do come his direction. AZ will. Moth to a flame, moth to a flame, moth to a flame, moth to a flame. You're all dead! Device gets everyone except for one to just actually get in there and stole it. What a thief.
Well, North, a great start. But it's getting back to normality now. We're going to see Astralis with the AWP, the AKs, and bare bones buy from North. You can see the barely got 4 utilities, smokes, a couple of incendiaries, AZ just a flashbang, no kits, no AWP. It's a rough round.
AZ going back toward the connector in the bathroom, has Kiabi in front of him. It's like New Zealand, maybe. On a bad day.
What, that accent you just did?
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
For a particularly bad day, sure, but it was there.
Yeah, you know, he had an nostril or a nasal infection.
Yeah.
Smoke down, Glaive waiting, trying to get back toward the bathroom's position. Zipix, he'll still hold out toward Monster. Good chance he'll find a way toward that side of the map. With Cadian already down again, second round in a row, he's gone down first. without any damage dealt in return. This time it was to a gun, thankfully not 3 grenades. Blade might continue. That's a decent trade. That should be a trade. Magisk just barely got it. They certainly set up and played for that reason, but Gade still pulls back on Xyp9x. They've got the man advantage nonetheless on Astralis. I thought they would be more aggressive toward Monster. Instead, it's going to be the short tunnel, and now Valda has to make a decision as to where to go. If he goes back down Monster, he walks toward Dupree. If he swings through short, does he catch Dupree off, or has Dupree looked around? They know he's there, so the bomb goes toward A either way, and Dupree, I think, is just going to actually sit inside of the site and make sure he doesn't rotate in that direction. Not a bad decision. I think Valda's even expecting to have to save in this situation because he knows that they know where he is. If he'd gone immediately toward Connector, interestingly, the bomb might have been able to get caught, but he would never have known that, so that would have been like a Hail Mary. So there's no reason to do that.
Well, North now losing 4 in a row. Still not going to be able to buy next round, even though they might save an AK here. Valda will tuck himself in the corner. I'm not really sure this is going to work out for him. You can see Dupree's coming for him. Nice shot, though. Looks like he's fine. I think he will survive. It's going to be a close call. Maybe just coming from Connector, but doesn't commit. They'll let him save. And with the 4th save loss bonus coming in, that's $2,900 per player. Valda could drop an M4. They could full buy around it. I don't think that's a good idea. It's very early on.
Terrorists win, Henry. How does that make you feel inside?
Considering it's Astralis, pretty good. They're like the favorites here. Makes sense. And are they buying this? I did see Gade get the 5/7. They get maximum loss bonus next round, so it looks like just a partial buy. Got a little bit worried from that. That would be a very dicey investment. But this is okay. This is spot on. A few pistols, some utility. Valda hopefully keeps the AK. We'll see what happens.
Molotovs down. Lots of them. Smoke now. Ooh, on top of it. That's a tough angle. All right, now that it's more clear. Yeah, I was going to say, the problem with that, you're in a curved position so that your feet are sticking out further than you. The smoke's gone upward, so you actually only have one angle, whereas anyone downward looking, or looking downward, I should say, will instantly see him. I don't really think I fancied that. He was looking for an optimistic opportunity. Optimistic opportunity. Yeah, that works. But you get my point. It just really wasn't advised, considering.
Okay, then. Round 7. A 3-man stack. We saw this work out for Lecro earlier. They were very patient and stuck to the stack. Not sure this will pay the same reward, though. As they go back towards A, Astralis leaving the bomb towards middle. That's collected now by Magisk. It's a very slow approach towards A, rightly so. We have no idea what's on the other side. They don't have slightest idea as a 4-man stack in the B side, especially with those players watching short. Bomb should be planted now. They made their presence known with the Molotov. You might as well run around now. It's going to be quite obvious what you're up to. Bomb planted. CTs will drop off, and that will be round still. So at this point, just save the AK for Gade. That's pretty much all they can really hope for. Maybe steal away another AK, but why would you really hunt that desperately if you're Astralis right now? It's going to be Deva. We'll look around. See this. Still a chance he'll go down here. Glaive, he'll be dropped. He do not want to give up that secondary AK. May just make sure of that. Oh, it's Cadian. Has he got the AK? He doesn't. So this is actually a bit of a nightmare. So even if he's made himself, but somehow gets a kill.
Yep, that works. That's new meta.
Made yourself. Trick the opposition.
It's distracting. You emerge from behind the particles, but he will go down 5-2 for Astralis on the T side of Overpass. Is not a bad start at all. Now, continuing that trend, hopefully. We've seen a lot of back and forth halves this evening. It seems like one timeout is all it takes to suddenly switch momentum, and the money system seems to be more frequently broken. That's another thing I would like to see analyzed statistically more so than just on my or the crass, I won't call it assumption because I guess estimation, because we have some evidence of it. It seems like because you're getting higher income earlier, you're actually broken earlier as well, too. Because you're investing sooner and then you're hit with a reset a little bit earlier on. Which I think is situational based on what you purchase and how efficient you are in the first 2 rounds. But it leads me to believe that there's more momentum swings in the halves.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It seems like there's lots of back and forth resets, and I guess it keeps the game exciting in that respect.
Yeah, it's not as like 3-0 or 5-0.
involved.
Yeah, because you can get like the 7-1, right? That was like the death wish.
Yeah.
If you get 7-1, that meant you were reset at like 5-1 or something, and then you just didn't have money for 2 rounds. Sometimes double eco CT side, and the half was like over. Now it seems like it's actually a little more back and forth.
Well, speaking of which, 5-3, North are starting to get some traction now. They've got a lot of distance to cover if they're going to break the money down, though. You can see even after the reinvestment, we'll have a look where they sit. It's actually not as strong as I thought. They dropped a couple of weapons. They've got maybe one more buy available if they give this one up, but that's a big if. It's Overpass and it's Astralis, but no AWP for Device. Flashbangs deployed as smoke to extinguish the flames. They do not want to waste any time and allow the CTs to push to the playground, and just like that. Kiabi is trying to get some presence towards middle, hoping the incendiary will buy him some time, but well put out. Let's see why they do it. It speaks for itself.
Cadian, ooh, he's certainly aware of it. Not quite as fast, perhaps, as Kenny or Guardian or Device, even in that situation. We've seen those flicks before. He get away. His movement mechanics hindered by bullets going into his backside, similar to that of Forrest Gump when he was running looking for Bubba Gump Shrimp Factory. Best shrimp in the world. Magisk, he'll take out Valda. His life is like a box of chocolates. Gate got a chewy one, but a little bit crunchy. He unfortunately got the almond in the middle that he was not expecting. Zippix taking him apart.
That always is the worst feeling.
Cracks your tooth instantly.
Yeah,
like,
oh, no, not like this.
damn it.
Or you get the coffee one. I know you like coffee, but I hate
love
coffee flavored confectionery.
Yeah, some of them are too much, right? They're a little too bitter.
Yeah, you're not expecting it as well.
What's the worst one? The cherry can be bad, but my grandfather used to love the cherry.
There's an actual cherry in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The real cherries are good. It was like the fake cherry filling. And there's another one that was really gross. It's like a whitish, kind of like a...
Like a nougat?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
it's like not a runny, like liquidy material. It's like a gel almost.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what
frosted.
nougat is. Let me
Yeah,
look
okay,
up the
all right.
North
Yeah, that's probably
American
what it
one.
is. I've never actually known the name. It might just be that. You could be onto something as we look to save weapons on the north side. This after winning a round, we'll bring in a small reset. Significant nonetheless, but they'll be able to drop weapons, and Cadian's got money enough to buy yet another, so they should be okay to rope something together here to go against Astralis.
Sometimes called marzipan. No.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Okay.
I've never known the name of it, to be honest. I've just avoided it because I don't like it. The coconut ones are gross. I find the coconut ones gross.
Well, this is 6-3. North are finding this gross map. This is a horrible round for them, but they do have the AWP of Cadian, who hasn't looked that good tonight. I'll say that much. He has looked excellent, though, in the last month or so. Definitely worthwhile for the team. And AZ proving his worth of a nice spray down. Only gets one, but does damage to a few. The headshot from the USP could pay dividends here, but it will be Device recovering. 3 versus 3. Cadian's still alive with the AWP, but the AK has been relinquished, given over. Where do they end up now? Valda working with Cadian. This first half coming to an end shortly. 4 rounds to go after this one. We'll see if the CTs can salvage any weaponry. You can see Majors are patrolling the guns. Ideally wanted to throw those out of the map right now, but not feeling comfortable enough to do so, I imagine. You don't want to push up long and leave the AKs there. Let some pesky CTs grab the AKs from your side of the map.
Corpses. Skeletons. Halloween. Cadian's gonna try and bake Gaden. Is it gonna work, Henry?
Actually, Gade's position is fully legit if they went towards middle. I feel like that could have worked, but they go B, and that's all the hype gone, because that's the smoke towards heaven, Molotov of barrels, and presumably the round as well, because at this point, what can you do? It's just going to be a bomb down. 8 seconds remaining. They've done everything they can to avoid sabotage. And there will be 7 on the board for Astralis. North will just have to hold on to what they have right now, which is actually pretty good. They actually got those AKs I referenced earlier. So Astralis didn't want to throw those away. I'm so surprised at that. Why would you leave them up for grabs? So they leave the round with 2 AKs and an AWP. It's not bad at all.
Well, That is not bad. They did leave them there. And, yeah, that's an economic bonus for North. FC Copenhagen against Refresh Media. Now 7-3 in favor of Astralis. And we've got a match pause. I imagine this pause is called strictly because they don't have a lot of money, but they've inherited quite a bit of machinery, shall we call it that? They've got a nice workshop handed down to them.
It's
some hammers and chisels and lathes and all that good stuff. But what do you do with it? Because if you overinvest on it or you aren't careful, you're just going to break yourself again.
They have to be very careful. Match paused. North actually receiving an Astralis timeout here. It's been North. They've been calling them all night. Astralis will be the ones here just to discuss their options. Zonic will be there behind them right now. He is obviously based here as well. They're at a LAN at this point. Good chance to get warmed up into the environment. Get used to the PCs especially. The kind of desks that are being used and all that sort of stuff. So North are not at the event, unfortunately, but they're in the city. They'll be presumably playing within their stadium. And there we go then. Round 11 and Cadian looking poor to get the first kill. Didn't quite connect that shot. Good grenade though. Might as well tag one of them up with that amount of damage with the HE. The M4 is a lot more powerful, but that might not be a problem. They've got 2 AKs on the CT side. All bang attempts here. And we're off. The default initially finds nothing. So, oh my god, Dupree, this is brave. And that does not serve him well. That's 2 players going down to the hands of Gage. And they might fall back here as well, but as quickly as you can get that sentence out, it will be 2 kills in response. Glaive and Device opening up the A site, and the bomb needs to be collected. As Kiabi will wait for his teammates. Major making so much noise. He's dead. He's done for. No chance he detects Kiabi. He'll get the initial frag in that exchange. And it's now a 3-on-2.
Device is going to try and make amends with the fact that he needs to go big or go home. And I don't mean big with God B, I mean big in the server. He's got an AK and he's got window. This is actually great positioning. Should he be yielded? Oh, any information? Valda reads that they had no one towards spawn and therefore he could get into that position. Cadian, with a pistol though, catches him in return. He was already in the stairs down below and Device was not expecting him to be so close. So it's Glaive now instead that's going to work around and try to bring this back for Astralis, but try no more because KRB has the angle. 7-4.
7-4, and North need all the rounds they can get here. This is Astralis on one of their most comfortable maps. And I'm afraid 5 or 6 is one cut on the CT side. They're going to need to look to win this half, and it'll all start here. They can build up some momentum. We haven't seen many ecos from Astralis so far. Orps Avocadian again. Same what we said for Device though. He'll be back on the AK. That's not a problem though. Started his career off as a rifler. Transition to the AWP. Been a bit back and forth. Even last year, it was Dupree took over main AWPing responsibilities in 2017. But Zipex taking down the aggressive push from the CTs here. Device with a response. Oh my goodness, lovely stuff by him. Oh, towards the flower bed as well. See you later.
Animal.
Just you build him up for the rifles. Just puts that on. Not bad.
That was a good showcase of position because Volda could certainly make this round extremely awkward. Not if everyone's dead by the time he gets there. Forget it. It's over. Dupree leveling that of Device with 2 kills of his own, and now we find ourselves with Volda heading in toward the site. Pretty much lost cause.
Pretty much. 4-on-1, no kit. Isolated. If he had the defuse, maybe he could go for the ninja. I don't think that's on the cards. He's looking for anyone exiting the bomb site at this point. Well, it will be Varda surviving, but looks things doesn't get any exit potential going in his favor. Astralis, oh my goodness, Device especially, that was so unbelievably sharp from him. Varda will save the AWP, so that's something they have, but do they force up around it at this point? Maybe they desperately need rounds.
Yep.
They've already got 2 up, so they can drop rifles and distribute the wealth, presumably. They're going to take another eco here. I would actually justify this one, I think. An MP5. Oh, they're taking tactical. They're going to do it, I think. I don't think they can allow another eco at 9-4 to come in when they've already got 2 weapons up. That seems silly. Here's Device. The second shot. Oh my god, the pre-fire. Something else. The pre wasn't bad either. AZ blind on the side, taken down. Final map of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We had Na'Vi Hellraisers kicking us off. They split it down the middle. NIP FaZe. Same story. And North Astralis. North pick up the first map. Astralis look destined to pick up the second. But still in the first half. Canon will change. As I speculated, I assume they're going to buy up in this one. Whether that'll be the case. There they are. So that for me, so it looks like pretty scrappy. We have an AWP up and an M4. With this scoreline down, you're going to need a miracle at this point against Astralis. You're going to need a round like this to work out for you to stand a chance of winning this game. It might not be the correct decision, objectively speaking, but you're going to need these sort of rounds, a Hail Mary play. And we'll see Dupree looking sharp again. But this is what I'm talking about. You get equal trade here, you upgrade those SMGs to rifles, all of a sudden you're back in this round. It doesn't look as disappointing as it did at the start. You lost a couple of kills, but you got some as well. B-bomb site, and AZ's given himself up. Device will hold the short pipe. His teammates are about to plant on B. I assume they'll smoke off towards short. I think that's just been deployed. That smoke down is going to make things incredibly problematic. Now, the Device is actually watching in towards T-spawn. The bomb will go down. They just takes a lot of damage from the grenade, and Device will take even more from the AWP shot. 2-on-2. I'd assume they'll be aware of the prospect of a player coming short, but will they know there's 1 monster 2?
The barrels, but just trying to fire through it. Look towards short. Good headshot. Catches without care. Cadian and AZ. Great positioning. Yields great results as it's now 9-4 in favor of Astralis. We're getting toward the end of the first half, and their T side has looked spectacular thus far.
That's really nice from Aegis.
Yeah. He's looking controlled. He's been quiet so far this evening for most of the evening. Devices leads the way on 14. Just has 10 in second place.
They're taking a full eco here as well. So, as we said, they needed a bit of a miracle. That last round didn't work out for them. Might have seemed like a dodgy purchase. The right or wrong answer. They took a gamble. If it had worked out, they might be back in this game. It didn't. Fortunately, now they might be out of it. And, they do some decent damage here. But removing money out of the pockets of Astralis doesn't really do anything for them right now. You're about to go into the final round of the first half. They're going to have a full buy, whatever happens. And here it comes. Need this final round. And sometimes it's where the pressure is let off a little bit. You've got so much money, people start buying things like the Krieg, which you haven't used all game.
Yep. Yeah, at first game of the night, we saw Krieg like every round. It
Yeah.
was like Krieg, Krieg, Krieg. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, maybe we'll see a Krieg.
Well, Magus was one of the original adopters before even the patch was released.
Yeah,
right?
no, absolutely. He was always.
So,
Someone made that joke, like Astralis already has the best team in the world, and now they have the best Krieg player. I think it was Launders. Not
don't want to give him any credit.
yeah, no, definitely not.
He'll be here this weekend, too?
He will, yeah. We've got so many Canadians. It's incredible. We're going to have some maple syrup on our pancakes.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Wear some flannel. Can it, though? Can we get real maple syrup, please?
I don't know. Does it not have to be real to be called maple syrup? Or does
No,
it
you can have like a lot of sugar in it and like not actually
okay.
like they all have sugar, like a bit of additive, but there's some that's just really watery and not
Yeah.
good at all.
Cheap garbage.
Yeah, exactly. No, real syrup is where it's at.
Not even his headshots. That's also not bad. It's a 4-on-2 though. This would be an absolute catastrophic affair if North gave this one up. It's Device and Zipex, so Device has the A side. But Kiabi will steal it away. Almost got the 180 in there, but not quite. Zipex's not going to get this frag. Not going to happen now, unless he's got that wallbang connecting cleanly. Don't think Kiabi will himself up again. Ooh, there is a chance. Still going to take something wonderful, but let's have a look.
Zipix has company and gets knifed. He looked away and Cadian snuck up. Of course Cadian knifes. Do you remember when he knifed in the smoke when the guy was defusing on Mirage because he was the first one to do that because he ran out of ammo? Cadian with the knife will get Zipix. It's now 10-5 at half.
The knife. End it all. Double digits on the T side. It's a bit of a death sentence. Any other team, I'd say, yeah, let's bring that back, but Against Astralis, not so sure. This is going to be an uphill battle, to say the very least. And it's North that are going to be starting their hike momentarily. Did that nade hit him? Is that the reason he died?
No, it detonated behind me.
Okay.
It hit the bench. Yeah, I know. You looked up just as it happened. I saw you drinking your water.
So, Device 16 kills, and he was actually using the rifle a lot there, not even just focusing on the AWP. Like we said, very proficient with both. Kiabi 17 kills, he'll take top spot for now. Cadian 5 and 8 though. He has not looked his best this few games we've seen this week. Here's the main AWP now, and not having massive amounts of impact on the CT side. Can he turn it around for the CT? That's the big answer for the T side, I should say. And we'll be underway momentarily. It's a score for you. Device over 100 ADR. KRB 124. Zipex, quiet game from him as well. 5 and 8. Him and Cadian share the same stats. Not sure.
Pretty close. 17, 11, 20, 124.2, 16, 10, 111, 16. It's pretty close along the board, actually. When you go all the way down, there's parallels everywhere. The exception being Magisk slightly higher than Volda, maybe you could argue. Gade slightly higher than Dupree, though. But 10-5 is a pretty hefty scoreline when you consider that the kills and totals are pretty close. So that means North certainly been in the rounds in many occasions. We'll see if they're in the half as we go live. Remember, North did win the first map. It was Inferno. Or the first series, I should say. The first best of one. It was Inferno. It was overtime. They only get 2 points for an overtime win, not 3. So that means Astralis still got a point, by the way. And they're already at the top of the board, so that's not too bad. They'd be looking to lock out that first seed. Na'Vi is the closest competitor that could take it away from them.
Glaive with the kit. His 4 teammates with the pumpkins. And they're sending a 5-man snake right up towards the A sites. This will be difficult to hold. There will be North now flashing through. Glaive looking like he's ready for this one. That could be pissed around in itself. 2 quick kills with the Glocks. And the first game went to overtime. With this victory, maybe we could see similar things replicated. But North...
Question is, where did Glaive die? Because that's where the kid is.
On the A site, literally behind the bomb site.
Okay, I didn't catch which one of him was the one to go down. Either way, that means the site with the bomb is where the kid is. There's a chance they can get toward that, but not if they don't move in the next 3 or 4 seconds to find the first kill. And that doesn't look likely. I think Device is aware of it, knowing that the money and the bonus is already built up to a $1,900 total. Save the armor, save those pumpkins. Save the no smashing pumpkins.
No smashing pumpkins.
It's
a rule.
We don't need love. Despite all my rage, I am still just
That's
a
pretty
rat
good.
in a cage.
Pretty good impression.
Yeah, that first one,
Yeah.
he's got like that nasally.
Yeah.
Who was there? Vasily Kafanov, who did their album cover. He did the same album cover, or he did, I shouldn't do the same. He does all the album covers from Me Without You, which is my favorite band.
Yeah.
So there's a similarity between the two.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Already works with very similar artists, I imagine.
Yeah, apparently I didn't know this, but Me Without You, because there's not a lot of similarities in their music, but they were big Smashing Pumpkins fans, and when they put out their first album, they were like, well, we need something, and they were like, why don't we just message this guy, we dig his art, and they were like, all right, and then the guy said yes.
All right. That's all it took.
Yeah. I watched a little mini-mentory, is that what they call them now? On it the other day.
Yeah.
Wow. Easy inside of the site. The MP5 gets obliterated by Zipex. Magisk, meanwhile, holding on to the MP5 because it went down over the ledge. Now has that to defend the site, and it may encourage them to go back toward A, but that's going to be a problem because Device already has the halls covered off with the Deagle and door open. Does he look far enough to the left? He's waiting for the timing to open this door. He certainly wants the call from his teammates that they're going in so that they don't just all turn and fire at him. So, patience to prevail. He's concerned that they've gone back behind him. They haven't. He'll find that out shortly. In Chapter 7. That's a reference to Beauty and the Beast. Maybe that's Chapter 4. Yeah, it's Chapter 4.
Oh. All right, Kiabi. He is looking keen, and
They heard the door.
this is actually getting very awkward. Magisk will Have to do whatever he can here, but MP5 only, and Dupree left with a winnable situation here. That had to connect, though. USP is enough to finish both of them off here. I'm not sure if he has that information. It might not matter. He can't connect the dots here. They're desperately trying to give him multiple targets, and that will work out successfully. It will be 10-7. That was Astralis desperately trying to force by the way into it. You can see it hasn't really worked out for them. They have to take an eco here, and it will be 10-8 as North close the gap once again.
Closing the gap indeed. We could have similar scenes to the first map where we get toward the depths of 30 rounds.
Ooh, device.
Not bad.
Naughty one. For free. Won't get the gun, but that'll make things uncomfortable. Maybe they'll second guess their approach now. Oh, Magus, it's a difficult shot at that range. If you don't hit the first bullet, you're pretty much done for, and can't connect anything either. No damage done. It's clean again for that headshot. Could have taken maybe a half a second more to adjust the aim, but like I said, very difficult shot. Under such pressure.
Under pressure. Pressure coming down on me. I'm telling you, Henry, you're going to bust out at one of these points.
One of these days.
Yeah, it's contagious. Just this ray of sunshine. That's me.
A ray of something.
A girl, a hipster that worked at American Apparel when I was like 17, called me a ray of sunshine once. She was cute and I liked it, so now I'm a ray of sunshine.
Forever. 40 seconds remain. Device and Co. After getting the initial kill, I don't think they'll get much more here. They are focused towards A, really. And it's going to be a B stack from the T's as they go. And Dupree will pull one back. He's got a Molotov as well. Maybe if you can throw that in the correct manner, it could deny the plant. He's thrown it in. Did it do anything? I'm not sure. Oh, it actually has made things uncomfortable. They can't plant where they'd like to, and Dupree's coming in from Monster Tunnel. This could be a full eco victory. Off the back of that P250 pick, Dupree goes down, and so does Glaive, leaving it all on the device. If we deny the bomb now, there's a chance. He realizes it, but it will not matter.
It wasn't quite close enough.
No.
That first exchange toward jungle at the bottom of the stairs, if he was able to pounce off the back of that and catch them while they were looking the other direction, he might have had a chance, Device. But 10-8, they still will have weapons. You're right. That would have been a full eco victory. Imagine.
I'm trying to.
Well, use your creativity.
It's not there. I'd have to see it to believe.
Oh, here we go again then. AK-47s for North. It's not quite the same for Astralis. It's the same but different. They've got the M4s. That's capable of, but they've got an AWP as well. That's in the hands of Device. They might need it now. Gabe's already found the opening kill. Glaive. He'll pull one back against Valda. He's down and into the water they go. It's all yellow. It's all yellow and it ain't blue. That's not going to do. Astralis with just the AWP for Device. That's extremely fast. Nearly gets away with the second kill as well toward the planter, but now he's locked in by the Molotov. Forces himself back out with the smoke. Knows he's still got to find the shot toward the site. Second player getting back in toward Monster is going to find another angle. So it's Gade and Katie that he's trying to fire down on, and the patience will pay off for Gade. He refuses to leave the sandbag position, refuses to give up a shot, and that is going to be to the agony of Device.
Not much he can do here, Matt. It looks like he'll have to back off, and Astralis just can't get it done.
I like Gade as a player.
He's good, isn't he?
Fundamentals are absolutely there, and he's disciplined.
I've casted him so much recently, honestly. I just before he left Optic as well, I wasn't that excited about it. He's just going back to North. Like, he came from the North Academy team originally.
That's right, as with Mertz.
Signed by Optic, but he was still under contract by North. Once that contract expired, they realized, well, you've trained this guy up, you've got him ready for it. We'll bring him back into the main team. How about that? And he actually looks like a really safe pair of hands. That's the way I've been describing him in most broadcasts.
Like body.
Yeah, he's not going to set the world ablaze, but you know he's going to be a decent rifler and be smart in the correct decision.
There's another Danish talent that well, Asilian's another one that kind of fell off that looked like he had a ton of potential early on. That I thought Asilian at some point is going to break through, and just hasn't, really. But A&J. Ange? He played in North America for a while with NRG, if I'm not mistaken, and could easily at some point have a chance to break in as well. So there's lots of Danish talent. KRB down already, and that means Astralis have the lead. That's a good thing to have, considering they've only got an op. Oof. Oof. Buah. Give me one of those Sebastian Vettel. Buah.
I don't know what that is. Can you give it to me first? You just did it. Do it again.
Just let me look up when he hit the wall in Hockenheim, because he probably gave out a big buah.
Buah.
It's like B-W-O-A-H.
Is it like something he does a lot, or just he's did it once?
Yeah, it's like a like an expression like buah.
Exasperated.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then flashbang. What have you got for me? Not a lot. Gets a dink, but ultimately, that is just the frag going in favor of North. I can't believe we're going the full distance again. It was 10-5.5. Dupree, though, he finds a bit of wiggle room. The CZ's delivering here. Just as North look like they're going to tie things up, it might all be shut down here. Let's have a look then.
Oh, look at it. AZ's just sitting back, relaxing, acting all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school, and a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in his neighborhood. Got in one little fight, and his mom got scared. He said, "Son, you stay right there with the AK-47 and save it, because Astralis are now up 11-9. At 11-9 as well, they finally pick up a round, and this will give them their first of the second half, giving them weapons to move forward with, including that of the AWP. The device has held for the last 2 rounds. AKs to go with it, though, not bad. May just has the MP5. Pew pew.
AWP then device. They got a lifeline with the Eco victory. Let's see whether this is where they come online. It's been a rough start on the second half. Final map of the day. Everyone wants to get to bed, get their preparation ready for the big weekend coming up. But Astralis have got a bit of work to do yet.
You speak nothing but the truth, Henry, and that. You are an honorable man. Boulder takes down Zippix, however. That's the opening kill, and it goes against Astralis. This will be a reset for them. So careful, Majestic. He is indeed. But he can't go to the left. He's got flames down, which means he's locked toward the water. Volda. And he'll take it out as well. This MP5.
Not bad, is it?
Sexy. He's got a deagle. He'll go back, but can't find Katie, and should have stuck with the MP5, my man. No bomb plant. That's the bigger thing. Despite all of this, if it was a 2-2 bomb down, they'd have problems. He did so well and was so proficient inside of the site, they couldn't get the plant. Now that noisy train means Dupree could slide out, and this silence was golden. He catches out AZ. Device gets Cadian. Astralis win the round.
They always do, Matt, eventually.
One way or another.
One way or another, they're always going to win the round.
One way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way. I knew it. I knew you'd do it.
That's a good one. That's a good catchy tune. I can get involved with that one.
Yeah.
We're doing like 2-pack there. Not really that enticing.
It's my job done, though. You've sang with me tonight, so the curse is broken.
That's it. That was all it took.
Yep.
Well, okay then, Astralis. You've got them down to an eco. Can you deliver the knockout punch? You know, I would suggest you probably can, but will you do it quickly? Let's see. And will be Astralis looking for their 13th round. As they get more comfortable on the CT side, they're fully equipped, of course. The auto sniper's out. A weapon that comes in and out of fashion.
Once every blue moon.
Yeah, it does.
Dupree trying to do what he can from long, gets 2. Valda, he'll get the shot back with the PT-50 device. He's, oh man, look at him run.
Run, boy.
Guys. Oh, he actually did it himself. That's not bad. I could do it myself. Scary movie.
I haven't seen that since I was about 14, but yes, I know it.
You know the reference.
Yeah, the guy, the butler, I think.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. With the creepy hand.
Yes, that was a film we used to watch like, every week.
Yeah.
Like at weekends after school and stuff. For some reason we were obsessed with it. Not a good film.
It was terrible, but it was the perfect high school teenage senior film.
Yeah. But there we go, 13-9. We're coming to the end of the Halloween broadcast, ladies and gents. I know you've all enjoyed yourself. I've enjoyed all the tweets.
That.
But haven't they enjoyed themselves?
We've got North America coming up next.
Oh, can they qualify as a Halloween broadcast? I guess they can, because what?
What do you mean? It's like from Halloween's
what I was
basically North America.
I was just about to say. America's behind, aren't they? So they still are within Halloween hours.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a bit of a caveat that they won't be here, but they will be in spirit in America. That's what they're broadcasting to. I'm sure they've got some great outfits and gags. Can they beat the dance that Trace put on for us? The choreography there was excellent.
That's a good point.
The singing was good.
I'm looking at you, Harry.
What skits have they got in store for us?
And I'm also looking at you, Bald.
Bold.
That would just be a good counter name to Harry, you know what I mean?
I don't get it.
Nah, me neither. It's just a bad joke. Go with it.
Okay, man.
Moses isn't even here.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Let's see what North can do. They're going to go for a B-side attack initially towards short at least. And some 3 players there, posturing up, ready to see what they can do. Auto sniper for Glaive.
Yeah, why not?
That's an interesting one. And you're going to have 2 players on the...
It's actually not a bad position to use it.
It's not, you're right. If the smoke goes down, give that a nice old spam. Let's see how efficient it is, Matthew. He called it.
The first shot.
Oh,
that's so sick.
Get
the
him out of
first
there.
shot was unreal. Like, he got crouches in, pew, gone head just ripped off. It's such a perfect position to use it. They have to capitalize on it, surely. Thankfully, Magiska's aware of that, and Dupree comes flying out from connector. Works out in the end. They keep 3 alive. Fair play. It looked like it could fall apart for a second, but Astralis now on 14-9. That's just ridiculous. It's like a nail gun. It hits, like, guys just blasted against the wall behind them.
Pinned like a butterfly.
Stung like a bee.
I was going to say that. That's so bad. Might as well leave it there. But either way, here we go then. Another. Is this 4 spot? It is actually. Well, Gade's gone all in with the MP5. That's a bold purchase. The teammates keep themselves. Well, oh no. The meat grinder. Oh, what? Flip it. Get it done.
Second time tonight. That is huge from Zipix. That transfer from Bags to Monster. Look at this. Well, okay, it wasn't a full transfer. Didn't hold last one, but it was still damn good aim. Map point Astralis. We could have our last round of the evening. And I can get out of my leading nasen.
Oh, please don't. I thought we were saved that for tonight.
Well, we can if you'd like.
Final round potentially.
It's either this or the link. You pick.
The link.
Or the Robin Hood, whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's on Instagram for those of you who want to check it out. At Sadokist.
At Henry GCSGO. If you're going to plug, I will as well. It's going to be Valda opening things up. Magis, though, responding quickly. And we'll see if AZ has what it takes to pull this one back. It's going to be a pretty laboured affair, though. Oh, Zipex, what are you made of, my man? As he'll pick it up. And it's a shame. We've all had so much fun here today in the European Halloween broadcast. It feels like it's coming to its logical conclusion.
It's true.
It's coming up to midnight. We'll be finished before. Cadian might have other ideas here. Device, though, what's he up to? Got the AWP, but opting for the 5-7. It's going to be punished. Unless they're up in arms, but it's now a 3 versus 2. We might have a few more twists and turns here.
Hey, just get in the window. It's not really a window, it's a door. The balcony. It's kind of overlooking the site. It's called Heaven. Can't be staring in that direction. Bomb is planted, and judging by the passive positions of Astralis, I'm gonna say we got one more round, Henry.
We've got one more, at least.
5 minutes to midnight. Have you jinxed us? Do I need my glass slipper?
You might do. The fairy tale might be coming to. Oh, wait! Okay, the bomb's too far gone. I was about to say that had chance.
That was very close.
He'll die. Gade won't have any. He won't survive
And
this.
that's money gone then.
Look how much cash they've got. The next round should be it. They can't even afford AK armor. They can't even get. They can get AK helmets on 4 players with no
AK
nades.
pumpkins.
Sorry, my apologies for the viewers. They cannot get AKs and pumpkins or carved pumpkins.
Jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns. We're going to see MP5 silenced edition for Cadian. He'll get the only smoke available on the north side. This has got to be it.
Well, Device, Nade, thinks that they're already inside of the playground. They ain't. They're grounded. Mama didn't let them go to the park today. Magisk with the door open toward him will now know that there's someone toward connector. He's checked out short pipe, no one at long, and therefore, guys, it's gotta be on A. And A, it certainly is. Volda and AZ just ripping apart the defense, beating the rotations, nearly catching out Glaive. He goes down to 46. Molotov default bomb already planted, won't deny anything, and we've got 2 players left alive for Astralis. That's it, that's all. Oh my goodness, I thought Zipix had that. But he don't.
I don't think he's got much of a chance here.
His Anaconda don't. And it's gonna have to be another round, as it's 15-11. North closing things back up. 3 minutes, Henry.
3 minutes until the witching hour is over. Everything returns. The demons and ghouls and goblins go back into...
Ghouls, that's what I was
Ghouls.
trying to say earlier.
When?
Not Mongols.
Ghouls, yeah.
Right? Yeah, see, I put the moon in front of him. My bad.
Ghouls. Well, we'll see if the ghouls can be put back in their box. Can Astralis end this nightmare? Round 27. All right then. North keeping their heads above water, but they're still drowning. You can see you've got 4 rounds to go on the T side. As Device plucks one out from the T steps. That's Kiabi, a key fragger, a former Astralis member. And the damage being sent in North's way, but none of the bullets connecting.
Zipix trying to play the backside grill. Trying to see inside a monster. Gade, meanwhile, toward water. Minute and 9. Only kill goes against North. Gary sits and waits to see what happens as Cadian pulls back a lovely shot of a disc, but it's Zipix that pulls one more. They spot out. Zipix sliding down that grate, but around the pillar in the middle, it's traded again. It's Gade again. He looks so solid, so sharp. Dupree wrecked by Volda. It's on the Device. And the device that he holds is an AK-47. Goes 30 bullets, and he's got 22 of those left. In fact, more than that if he wants to go, but he didn't. As he goes toward Volda, bomb already planted. It's a one-on-one. Throws out the incendiary toward the sandbags. Tries to force forward, but Volda's being very clever on this. Not moving until the smoke dissipates, but that's when he takes the head off Device. 15-12. It's after midnight, Hank. You've jinxed it. It's not quite yet.
Not quite. I still have a minute. I don't think that's going to be working out for me. They got... they don't have a vibe. They're going to have to we might be going to overtime again.
It's very possible that we do. Very possible that we do. So we'll see how it pans and plays out. Dupree drops down the ladder. Volda's gonna move up. Molotov out. Pre-wrecked. Pistol, nothing he could do. Couldn't run back into the flames, obviously. Device, meanwhile, waiting with a deagle at long, hoping someone rounds the corner and walks directly into his crosshair, but just could be hoping that they open the door and do the same with his P250. Cadian can't quite see his hands protruding forward of the wall, but he will catch out Glaive. Can he walk around? Certainly can! He might get... Oh, I thought he might get 2 there. Did find Cadian. Easy. Takes down Zipix, and it's just Device.
It's just Device. How many times you can say that sentence to be correct? Oh,
my
there you go.
Jesus.
And again, it happens. You summoned him up, and you say just Device, but that's still a horrible affair for North.
Yeah, that is horrible. Now, unfortunately, the bomb's too far gone, but he gets an AK for his troubles. And we'll go 15-13 with at least one more gun in the hands of the CTs. And a good one at that, because it's an AK-47. So we'll see how we can use it as we... Clock strikes midnight, and I'm going to turn back into a pumpkin.
Ooh, is that? Oh, we could have done that, Joe. We could have had a pumpkin waiting there as soon as the camera's finished. I ruined it now.
Now you've ruined it. We could have still done that.
That would have been genius.
That would have been genius.
That would have been like one of our best skits yet.
That, yeah, it would have been up there with, you know, making out.
That's all we're known for these days. Whenever I like sign autographs and stuff, I go, "Oh, it's so funny." And you and Matt kiss. It's like, thanks, man.
Was it?
Do you not care about the casting or anything like that? No, the funny kiss, man. That's what it's about. Trace talks about it like every day. Like,
Yeah,
it's one of his
Trace watches it
favorite
every
moments.
night.
Like in Counter-Strike, I think. But
Like, it was for a good cause, all right? Speaking of that cause, it starts right now, actually.
Yeah, at midnight.
We are 1 minute into that cause. Welcome to Movember, everybody.
My mustache.
Hashtag CSGO Mo. Get your donations in. The stretch goals will be announced soon. Money counts toward that starting now. If you'd like to see me do something ridiculous, which I do anyway, usually, you could pay for it and make it justified.
That is
Welcome to
such
Movember.
a good point. I'm going to grow my mustache starting right now. I've been waiting for
see it in a
30
year.
years to do this. I'm going to start at this point. The thickest, fullest, hairiest mustache you'll ever see. I'm going to need some sort of science to help me out on this one, but we'll see what can be done. Welcome to the month of November. Goodbye, Halloween.
Chad's got to shave down to a Mo.
He might, well, soon.
We'll see. You know what? I might pin him down and do it for him.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, depends. Depends on the circumstances.
Well, here we go then. Potentially final round again. I've said that about 6 times now. It's Astralis that get away with that. Not for long, though. Glaive will be dropped. We might be heading to overtime town. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are potentially looking at a 5-on-4. Device misses the shot. That could cost him the game. Oh, dear! Zipex with a double spray down. And now Kaden and AZ will do everything they can. It looks like it's all falling apart. I thought we were going to overtime map. Halloween really has been an interesting evening.
It's been one of my favorites.
Spirits,
in the history of Counter-Strike, it's been one of my favorites to cast. Certainly at Pro League. Zipex takes down Gade. And Kiabi's all that remains. It's Astralis looking to take down 4 points on the evening, take down North in our last best of 1, and Kiabi, who gets to the window to be greeted by Magisk. You remember when he replaced him on Astralis? Yeah, me too. Astralis win. We're done, Halloween. Welcome to Movember.
Welcome to Movember, and your host tonight, the fabulous, the sexy Mr. Trace Saranthus, has got a mustache ready for you. Matt,
He was an extra in Brokeback Mountain.
Get back with the film. Yours is actually looking thicker than I expected. Actually, it's pretty good.
Thanks, man. Oh, my mustache.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, it looks all right. It's not bad.
Chad's is going to look lovely. Trace, yours, not the best.
I'll tell you what, I almost left my mutton chops then. I was shaving down today, and I realized too late one side. I was like, wow, that's really good. But the other side was already gone.
Here's the side that matters, and
All right,
thank
thanks,
you guys
Thanks, Trace.
for you guys. You know, Matt, I appreciate you joining me on
Happy
this endeavor
Halloween.
known as the Mustache Crew. But instead, we're going to talk about North American Pro League that's coming up next. And of course, with that, you do have the likes of E United and Team Envious really getting into the depths, really getting into the crevices, and getting it done twice in a row. Exactly. That's 4 maps for NA Pro League. But after that, of course, perhaps we could look at today's results. Or tomorrow's match is even better. My goodness, I love that. Chad, say something.
I think Fnatic vs Mousesports is going to be a pretty exciting one to kick things off. And over on that B stream, Ago constantly want to get some wins on the board to make sure they stay out of relegation. Windigo will actually get them on the mainstream. We've lost, they turned into ghosts. They disappeared. They're here, I promise. They're just ghostly. But we had fun. I had fun. I dressed up a bit. You dressed up a bit. There's guns.
There's guns,
It's
there's
Pro League.
makeup, there's white hair that doesn't deserve to be there just yet, and that's also the end of the show. Match day number 12 has finally ended. My goodness, couldn't have forecasted it happening any other way. That does it for us in here at EU. We're going to be thrown over to NA, where they're going to be taking it over for the rest of this long night. Happy November, everyone. Hashtag CSMO.